I love it when we're laughing before we even start.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're getting started. I'm going to bring in my co-host in just a second and let you guys know. Well, if you're watching on Rosanna's channel, we're her guests. And Beth, she rules the roost around here. So I might as well go ahead and bring them both in with me. Good morning, ladies. How are you feeling?
I'm doing great. I'm the one of the three of us who hasn't been sick.
That's true.
I know. Updates, my doctor called in a different antibiotic so that between now and my appointment on Monday afternoon, I'll be taking new antibiotics and hopefully I will feel better. So that's where I'm at. Beth, go ahead. You can upload yours.
Oh, same thing my doctor said with the antibiotics. I finally broke down after 2 weeks later, and I should have and went because it's a sinus infection and it just got bad. And you have to have antibiotics to clear it up. But yes. I know that's what it is, so I'm excited because I'm gonna feel better.
All righty, let's say hello to everybody. We have Anita, we have Cindy, Be Karma Cindy. We have Dawn from Another Dawn Production. We have Elsie Bean, Dominique Rochelle, and Georgia Bueller in the house as of now. Welcome, welcome, ladies. We are happy you are here. So this show is going to be different than other videos we put out. Hi, Cynthia and Donna. Randy had a doctor's appointment so she did not come on. We were going to come on an hour ago, but due to, I don't want to say technical issues because it wasn't that at all, but yeah. Anyway, so this show is going to be different. We're not going to be doing tutorials or making jewelry, at least not in the beginning. If we cover a topic or a technique as part of the show, we'll show it then and possibly show you different ways to do it. That way you're getting 3 different points of view all at once rather than having to pop from video to video. It'll all be there. Hello, Dorothy Stacker. Hello. And so, but this show is more about education. We're going to be teaching you about different gemstones, what their metabolical and metaphysical, is that the right word?
Yes.
Yes. Values of different gemstones. We're going to talk about the history of different jewelry trends, or like how jewelry was in the 1400s and 1500s, things like that. We're going to talk about color theory. We're going to talk about marketing. I'm going to show you guys how to make thumbnails, all of this stuff. So this is for you guys to take yourselves to the next level. So whether that be starting your own YouTube channel and needing to know how to do thumbnails, which those can also be used as posts in Facebook and on Instagram, as well as TikTok. You can do it for all of them. We will talk about marketing and how we go about selling our stuff. So if that's the next step you want to take in 2026, we'll be here to help you along the way. Did I miss anything, girls?
Yeah, the only thing I would add to that is that if you are a creator out there too, it's Ode the Wire and Off the Hook. So if there's something really cool that you've seen, send us the information so that we can post it for everybody to see. We are all inclusive. We are about everybody being included. We just want y'all to get the best content you can. And let's face it, you could watch Beading 24 hours a day and still not watch it all. So we'll do
That's true.
I don't know. I guess we call it the weekend roundup or weekend report. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
done the last week, what maybe if somebody has something really coming up exciting the next week.
Yeah.
So we could kind of put that out for you as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and they could
Maybe
send
they're
us
not-
pictures. They could send us pictures, and especially if it was done live, they could tell us what day, and we can report that, just like a news commentary kind of thing.
I can go
Yeah.
and I can go and pull it up, take a screenshot, and put it straight into StreamYard and onto the screen. Some of this stuff that we discussed today, I'm going to create PDF docs. And I will post that within Beading Besties. And I'm sure Roseanne will then post it in her group as well. So that's where we'll be. And that way you guys have like a printout that you can go and look at. Like when we talk about the wheel of colors and how to add what the different colors that go with it. Well, all of that, we will create a physical example that you can print out and maybe keep in a notebook or whatever else, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Nope, you're not too sensible, LCB, not at all, honey. You can use your beads up. This isn't just about selling, it's also about learning more just for beading. Like, why did they start using the magical crimper? Like, who designed it? What was behind that? We're going to talk about okay, there's a simple loop, a traditional wrap loop, and then I have my hybrid loop that I do. We can show you those, do strength tests, stuff like that. So even if you are not interested in selling or being on YouTube, there will be education for all. So like today we're talking about the Pantone Color of the Year. We're going to be going through, Rosanna's going to talk about what it means and the definition that Pantone put out. I'm going to talk about how to carry that color from season to season to season. We will show you examples of what we're talking about. Beth has created ones, as I put together something quickly last night, but we're going to show physical examples of what we're talking about. Beth created several projects to help us do that, and we can just go from there. So yes, all right. And if it gets big, maybe this will eventually have its own channel. If it's popular and you guys like it, we might just have to set up our own channel and email and whatever else. My contact info is down below, as well as Rosanna's. Beth, I ran out of time. I will edit and put your email in after we're done here.
That's right. And ladies, I do have notebook and pen in hand. So, you know, if something's brought up, I'll make sure I write it down so the three of us can review and make sure we don't miss anything y'all want.
Okay. All right, Rosanna, it's all about you. Are we putting her bigger and a smaller?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You can if you want. I'm just going to read off of the little slip Pantone sent out.
All right, go ahead.
So Pantone has sent out official notice about the Pantone Color of the Year, and I'm just going to read their news release. And it says, Pantone has officially announced Pantone 11-4201 Cloud Dancer as the color of the year for 2026. This ethereal, serene white shade marks a historic moment as the first white hue to be selected by the Global Color Authority, signaling a shift towards mindfulness, clarity, and a fresh start in a chaotic world. This is a historical selection, the first white color of the year. For the first time in the history of the Pantone Color of the Year program, a white shade has taken the crown. Cloud Dancer, also known as Pantone 11-4201, is not just a lack of color, it is a profound statement. It represents a clean slate, a new chapter, and a collective exhale. In an era defined by information overload, digital noise, and global uncertainty, this choice reflects a universal yearning for simplicity and peace. The meaning behind Cloud Dancer is a soft, inviting white that balances warmth and coolness. It is not a stark, clinical white, but rather a nuanced hue that feels organic and grounding. It symbolizes clarity and focus, clearing the mind of clutter to focus on what truly matters, new beginnings, a blank canvas inviting creativity and innovation, inner peace, a sanctuary from the noise of the outside world, and mindful living, encouraging a slower, more intentional pace of life. Now, that's what Pantone had to say about their color. And frankly, I'm like, when I first read that, who's Pantone and what gives them the right to choose a color? Pantone is, if you ever see color swatches, those were all made up by Pantone. They are the ones that actually make the color pieces that you can use for paint and beads or whatever the corporations that make beads and such use to just make their colors of everything.
They are easily the #1 color coordinators in the world.
Yes. Yeah. And when I first saw this and it said, oh, it's a hue of white, and I'm like, there's a hue of white? Isn't white all the same? And then I started looking around my house, and no, it's not, because I have white walls and a white washing machine. They sit side by side, and that washing machine is much brighter white than my wall, even though they're both white. So yeah, there are a lot of different hues. This one apparently is a softer white. And when I actually looked at the color card, it was, which unfortunately I couldn't print, or I would show it to you, and I'm not sure it would have.
Oh, you know what?
Come across great anyway. But it has like little bits of, it almost looks like it has little tones of grays in it, and a more of a reflective kind of thing. It's soft. It's not bright white. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, and it does. I'm going to download this color swatch just so. I don't know if it's gonna look or
looks
whatever.
like Beth might have a color swatch for it.
Well,
or a picture.
that's why I said when we were talking last night that I would love to do the color things, because these are all I got the Sarah Renee Clark color cubes and have it downloaded on my phone. And these are the Pantone colors. So it's really kind of cool because they list it several different ways. You can do it by keywords like tropical, beach, sky, mountains, or moods, romance, moody, stormy, cloudy. Or you could just search the colors. And then what they do is give you all the colors that will complement it and the different hues and tones on it. So, I mean, I've really found y'all have several times said something about, or other people said about the way I put colors together. I find this helpful because you look at something and go, I don't think so. But then you look at it in a picture and go, oh, yeah, it really does fit well. So I love these. And so that when you were talking color, this is what I'll be delving into with the color wheel and everything.
Good.
I'm trying to pull it up right now if I can. I just saved it. Let's see if it actually showed up. Why is it not showing up in my downloads? Hold on just a second. No, I don't need to look at the whole thing. Okay.
I'm just going to put this back while you're doing that.
Okay.
Now, I also noticed that Pantone did have some other colors that they were I don't know what I'd call it, melding in, so to speak, to match up with this. And they're all sort of dusty colors, like dusty green and dusty pink. And so they're really quite pretty, the complementary colors that they were suggesting. But
Oh, this is weird. It's like wanting me to copy it as something, I don't know. It's saying that I should be able to copy as an image, but then I go to do so. Just a second. I think it's just popping it into, let me see. I might have this. Just a second. Blank document. Control paste. Well, let me go to the layout, and I gotta put like a background color or something behind it so you can see it. But
it doesn't want to show up. It's too white.
yeah, exactly. Which is like driving about crazy. Okay, I'm gonna put it in front of a like a gray background. And hopefully I will be able to pull this up now and show you guys. We shall see. I'm trying. It's just in a pink in my rear. So let's see here. Where did it save that? Of course it's good. Why is this not working? Okay, you guys can go on as I'm trying to figure this out if you'd like to.
Because it says it's too white. I'm not showing up. No.
Exactly.
But as far as white is concerned, if you want to use white in your pieces, white can be anything from your primary color to a secondary color, or just an accent, just something tiny. You know, it doesn't, every once in a while, it doesn't have to be something in your face kind of white. I do have pieces that I've made that are totally white. I have pieces that I've just added a tiny touch of color to my white. And I have pieces that white is just an accent. For example.
Heather, can we, I'm sorry to interrupt. Can we make Rosanna big? Because she's going to show her jewelry.
Yep. I'll do that right.
Thank you. I'm sorry for the interruption.
No, you're fine. I appreciate it.
For example, I made this stretch bracelet. Now, this is my own. I wear it all the time. Well, actually, I just restrung it because it was getting a little baggy. Sometimes they do that with a stretch bracelet. And this is all white, clear, and silver. So this is what I call a cold bracelet. It doesn't have any warmth and color to it. But as you can see, there it is whites and clear stones. So
yeah, because
that's a primary white. I also have a necklace that matches it that I'm wearing. Again, it's primary white. It doesn't have any extra colors other than the silvers and the clear. So that is necklace that's just primary. Another primary one, come here, baby, is this beautiful natural pearl and red stones. The red is our secondary color, and it's actually just accents. There's nothing else to this besides the natural pearls. And pearls are probably your most popular white you're going to come up with, because I don't know anybody who doesn't like pearls. And these are natural pearls, 2 strands, a necklace. So that one is primary white. Now, I have another necklace that has pearls. These are glass pearls rather than natural pearls. It's another 2-strand necklace. But even though there is more pearls than anything else in this, I would consider this the pearls secondary, because the orange the orange glass pearls here and the peach pieces are more prominent. So
Right.
even though that's white, I would say the white is secondary in this particular necklace.
Beautiful color combo.
Let me
Thank you.
see.
This is the one I made with the Time Traveler bargain bead box, the original one. And I just added the pearls to what was in the box. So
Beautiful.
next is one that, again, the pearls are secondary. Even though they are a very important piece of this necklace, they are secondary because they are not the big showstoppers. The black is prominent in this one. But the pearls bring the white from this. This is white buffalo turquoise, and the pearls bring the white up from our necklace piece.
Oh, those buffalo turquoise are beautiful. Show it
Yes,
again. Show it again, please.
Show it again.
Yes, please.
Oh, there it is. This is
Absolutely
white
gorgeous.
buffalo turquoise. Oops,
Yep.
we're gonna slide sideways here. There we go.
Beautiful.
So the white buffalo turquoise is black and white. So we wanted to use the black and white up above. So the pearls are what pulls the white up here, and the black are crystals, black crystals, silver obsidian, and black agate. So there's our white buffalo turquoise pendant with its complementary beads. Next, I have another 2-strander. And this one is sort of
Rosanna
different.
going with multi-strands.
Hold on 1 second. Dawn is asking, did the first necklace, oops, lost it. Did the first necklace get pulled up, didn't have bronze metal in it?
No, the very first necklace,
Yeah.
this one with the natural pearls. Just a second, let me get it untwisted here from the others. This one,
Oh, so beautiful.
it's silver.
Those pearls are yummy, yummy, yummy.
So that's all silver.
Did
Though
you
the
get
pendant does
crystal
have
from me?
antique silver, so it looks a little darker.
Is that one of the crystals you got from me?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
got that one from Auntie's Beads.
Everyone loves the pearls.
Yeah. Well,
And there's
like I say, pearls are the easiest way to add white, whether they be glass pearls or they be natural pearls. They're the easiest way to add white. They're classic. Everybody loves pearls. Well, I shouldn't say everybody, but I don't know of anybody who dislikes pearls. So,
and we'll probably do a show on nothing but pearls at one point so that we can explain the types and all of that kind of stuff so that you guys can see all of it. But yeah, that's what our hope is. So hopefully that's what we want to do.
this one had brass. Maybe this is what the one she was thinking of, because this was brass, which warms it up considerably. That is one thing you can think about is when you're putting spacers and metal pieces in, your gold is a much warmer color, whereas your silver is a much cooler color. So depending on whether you want cool or warm, that is something you can think about.
Look at these comments, my dear. I'm putting them up so you can see them. Because everybody
Oh, thank you.
loves them.
So
yeah.
Next we have another one that was from Bargain Bead Box. I can't remember which kit it was, but it's a 2-strander. And if we were to take the second strand out, we're at accent color. See, we just have a few little pearls in there to add a little accent in. However, strand number 2 is all pearls, so it makes it end up being the primary. So this one has a little shell pendant at the bottom of it. I have
succeeded.
one more little necklace.
Yeah.
And this little necklace has a side clasp, and it's very, very delicate, and we just have some little coin pearls in this one. That's the only thing in this one. So the white is actually the primary color, even though the gold the white would be secondary. The gold is primary because there is more gold, but just a really simple little
They're all
coin
beautiful,
pearl.
Rosanna.
They're beautiful.
So I also have, besides the bracelet I showed you that I was wearing, it's again back on my wrist here. We have this bracelet, which has pearls in it as a secondary color, because as you can see, the red and the gray have more than the pearls do, but it does bring those pearls in and pull the white in, which makes this bracelet a little lighter, because with the gray and the darker red, this would have been a relatively dark bracelet without having added those white pearls.
Yes.
Now, lastly, I have some earrings. Again, we have white with our little moons, and this is a moonstone down here. Had to bring in my moons. And so we have a white moonstone and a little white jet glass moon face here, getting out of focus, sorry, hanging on our moon. These ones now become either accents or secondaries, however you want to look at them, because there's not much to them, but they add a lot to this earring. Oops, get over there right where you belong. Now this earring is mainly just white beads. It's got a white crystal in the middle here with little white flowers, little white rondelles to accents, and the only thing besides the gold that's different than white are my little champagne colored bicones that accents into the others to bring the colors out more. So white is the primary on this one. And my last little pair of earrings, I've just got one white bead in here. You can see with the caged bead, and it's got a cream, it's more of like a peachy colored pearl at the top to add. Stop swinging because you're not getting in focus that way. But this again is a secondary color in this one as a white, but you can put white in just about anything. And even like I say, if it's just to accent, it can change your whole look at your piece. Like for instance, like I was saying, this bracelet, it lightened this up. Without the pearls in here, this would have been a very dark bracelet, but adding the pearls gave it that lightness it needed. So that is what I had to show you today of my some of my jewelry with white. As you can see, most of...
Yeah, I'll pop it back up in just a second. Sorry.
That's fine. But as you can see, most of my white is either natural pearls or glass pearls. I do have other white beads. I just don't use them as much. I like the look of a pearl as the accents or even the main piece of one of my pieces. But pearls can come in other colors than white, but the white ones are classic and people love them. So that is one thing you can, if you want to add white to your things, think about using pearls. Actually, wonder if I can get it easily. I do have one more white necklace here beside me that I had forgot I had here. This one uses white ceramic beads with colored beads around it to accent it. It's on leather. It's pretty simple. But
Beautiful.
this one is a very light and bright necklace because I added all the little colored beads around the outside of the white ones. So, but I think that's the last of my white I have close by me.
Okay, we'll take you off of full screen. I just want to mention one other thing really quickly before either I or Beth goes. White is not just great for creating jewelry pieces. It's also great for photographs. It allows the colors to pop. This is a white, and it's not like a stark white. It's a nice soft white, but this is a white background, and then you can put anything in and around it if you use this. Just like when you're using your light box, when you use white in there, your designs are going to pop off. You're going to have a much greater true to color representation of your pieces, whether you're posting them just on in a Facebook group or you're wanting to post them to sell them. White is the best way to do so. So I just wanted to mention that. I know that it wasn't like that was something we talked about in advance, but I saw that and I just wanted to share. Okay, we have a bunch of things. So Dorothy showed up. So does Nicole. And let's see who else popped in. Dorothy, Nicole, everybody's here. They are saying hi, hi, hi. Fantastic earrings. Wow. Thank you, Rosanna. All the pieces are beautiful. We are going, oh, so they're asking what it was. So, as such, guys, I finally got it. This is the Pantone Color of the Year.
There you go. Yeah, that's the main picture with the news blurb.
Exactly. And the walls and stuff are painted in the Cloud Dancer. So that's why I didn't zoom in on this on the little swatch and make it bigger. It said that the walls are painted in Cloud Dancer. So I just wanted to show, but that's the official picture from Pantone that they are putting out as far as, and you can see it's very true to color when you think about clouds. So it's like if this doesn't represent that and show you that very clearly, I'm not sure if we could, but it's a wonderful, it is a way to take that off. Yeah, like Rosanna said, you can use it as an accent, you can use it as a main one. It does not really matter. I'm going to well, I guess I can just show these while they're right here. I'm gonna show some pieces real quick and then we'll have Beth do the same. So in these, the white was all accents and I left the other pieces over there. So, but I made these as a very clear difference for you guys to be able to see. So these are the exact same pattern. And then I just switched. So you can see the difference between using it as I did this so that it was really clear and everybody could see this is the exact same pattern, but you see like the difference. But these can also be stacked, worn together. But this is where gold is, or where white is an accent color, but still beautiful and breaks up the gold beads very nicely. And then in this one, we have the A-grade mother of pearl shell beads with the gold as accents rather than the main color. So this is the only new piece that I got together. And I made those quickly last night, just so that there was like a clear visual of that. I, like Rosanna, like to use pearls. This is one that I just recently made. When I used every single bead from the December bargain bead box. But in this, the pearls and the crystals are both, because clear is also the absence of color. So having them next to each other, balance it. Nothing is fighting for the top spot here. This is just simple, and the way that it is, you can wear it with anything, to a black tie event or with jeans and t-shirts. So this one is, again, another pearl one. And although you'd think that this is the focal, I kind of think that the pearls steal the show, which is okay with me because I love my pearls. You guys saw me make this a while back. First time I've ever used beads like this, putting it out. And you can see again that the gold can also represent the same type of space as the white, as does bright silver. It gives almost a white hue and helps with the same way. Or you use a clear bead and it does much the same. And then I'm saving those for later. So I left the other stash. Oh no, I didn't. Here we go. I was like, I left some of them over there. This is one that I made. Again, it was just really easy peasy, just a little pearl. This one is not pearl, but you can see in this one exactly what I meant about the gold and the white. There is like a gold wash, like somebody took splatter paint over it. Oops, that way. But the gold and the white share the space. I don't think that there's nearly a quote unquote winner either way. As I said, silver can also be, and these are silver pearls. It gives the same like break in the eye where the eye can rest. And then again, an easy peasy way to use pearls. I love pearls and wood beads. I love pearls and leather. It's such a juxtaposition as far as it can be worn with anything, and you would think that in some ways pearls are delicate and beautiful and all of that, but they can also be used in a rustic elegance piece, like on jewelry or leather or with wooden beads, shells, things of that nature. You put them together and they work really well. Oh, I forgot one. Sorry. Now, this one is a piece that I made. Hopefully I didn't just tangle it up. It's the only thing about this bracelet that drives me crazy. Okay, no, I didn't. So this is so long, it's ridiculous, you guys. I think it's like 48 inches long. It's a very long necklace, but you can see that the silver and the white aren't really, again, trying to take center stage. But depending upon how you style this, if you have this across your throat as like a choker, and then you come down with the other ones, this kind of becomes the focus. But if you are wearing it with this just down at the bottom like that, or like this, I clip little things onto it using lobster clasp so that I can carry this and wear it season to season. So like at Christmas time, I could put a silver Christmas charm down at the bottom. In the spring, I've done wire wrapped flowers on it before. So this just allows has such great versatility. And you guys know I love a little like sexy beaded accent that goes down your spine so that they see you coming and going at the same time. Which
Heather, how
yeah,
long did you say that was?
I think it's 48 inches long.
You could use it as a lariat as well because you have that loop on it. You could wrap it around and just drop through your loop.
Aha, another way to wear it, ladies. Yes, you see, it's like so long. But I love it. And it's simplistic elegance at its best. Like I said, you can dress it up, dress it down. You can wear it a multitude of ways. And it's just the silver and the white of the mother of pearl are just so complementary. And it's a calming thing. But if you wear it against black, then it's more striking. It just depends on what color have it up against. If you have it up against a pastel, it's going to look soft and whatever else. But like I said, if you put it up against black, it's going to be striking because it's completely contrasting colors. So I love that. But
And if you were to use it as a lariat and drop it through the ring, the one length, you could put lobster claw a little pretty on the very bottom of the loop too, to add a little something else to go oomph.
yeah, that's what at Christmas time I put charms on it hanging off. I like to use my itty bitty little lobster clasps that are like the size of a 6 millimeter jump ring. So it just kind of disappears and isn't there. You're here. Um, so Beth, do you want to go or do you want me to talk about wearing it from season to season?
Well, you kind of started that, so go ahead because you were talking about switching into autumn.
Okay.
And
all
then
right
I'll
then.
grab my antibiotic and I'll go after you. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good. Let me
Because you
get
were
back.
talking about in the spring you would wire wrap it with the flowers.
Yeah. So, you can wear white jewelry year round just by adjusting metals and styles. Use silver and platinum for cool tones through winter and summer in any season. White gold for a fresh glow. Pair white pearls and enamel with breezy fabrics in the summer. Linens, cottons layer with deeper tones and textures in the fall and winter, such as chunky sweaters and having it on leather. And choose statement pieces, bold rings, chunky chains for a modern look, or delicate pearl studs for classic. Styling tips. Summer. Embrace white jewelry with airy fabrics like linen, cotton sundresses, flowy jumpsuits for a fresh, effortless look. Think white pearl studs, enameled bangles, or delicate silver and white gold pieces against a sun-kissed skin. In the fall, contrast white jewelry with richer, deeper colors and heavier textures. Pair white pearls or silver with chunky knit sweaters, deep toned blouses, or leather jackets for a sophisticated pop of brightness. In winter, white jewelry provides a crisp, icy contrast perfect for the season. Use white gold, silver, or platinum with crystals or diamonds to complement your complexion. Layer necklaces or wear statement white stone rings with dark, cozy outfits. In the spring, white jewelry adds freshness to a lighter wardrobe. Match white pieces with pastels, soft colors, or brights to highlight cool undertones. White, gold, or silver paired with floral prints or soft, bright outfits work beautifully. General tips for all seasons. Know your skin undertone. Silver, white, gold, and platinum suit cool undertones if you're like a summer or a winter. When yellow golds warm undertones if you're more of a spring or an autumn. And what they're referring to is literally the color tone of your face. And that goes through clothing, jewelry, makeup, everything. There are colors that are going to look better on you based on the tone of your skin. So that's what I'm hoping you guys are seeing, how we're trying to expand the education. We're talking about it as far as beads go, but we want to take it a step further and show you how you can mix and match, you put it with your wardrobe, how you market it, how you take pictures, all of that. That's the goal of this show. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. But they're saying you can mix metals. Don't be afraid to blend different metals for added interest. Very texture, combine smooth pearls with textured fabric or chunky white enamel with sleek silver for a modern contrast. Play with scale by using delicate white pieces for subtle polish or an oversized statement ring and pendants for a contemporary edge. For classic neutrals, diamonds and pearls are a year-round staple that add elegance to any look. And like I said, there's a little bit more to this, but I'm going to put that in the PDF for you guys so that you can put it in and keep it should you want to reference it later. And at any point in time, you can go to the document tab within the group, and that's where any and all documents that we use. Or if you want to put something up, hey, I watched them today. Here's what I think about it. Put it in, write it out. If color theory is your job, if there's something a specific era that you think highlights what we talked about, whatever, we want you guys to be part of this as well. We want to grow with this. We're educating ourselves while educating you. We're not claiming to be experts or anything like that. We are you. We're you. I don't know how else to say it, but but this gives you an opportunity to just, like, we want it to have a ripple effect and just keep going and grow and teach the community as a whole so that we all rise up together. So that's what we are. And I hope you guys are enjoying this. But that's how to style it and use it from turn to turn. As they said, curls are the classic. It doesn't matter. I looked up pictures and there was some of like Audrey Hepburn with like 18mm pearls going up with a huge silver statement piece with rhinestones in the front. And when I think of like the classic, and she does contemporary too, but if you just go look up Audrey Hepburn and this year or that year or whatever else, if you want to see how to take your pearl jewelry to the next level, that's who I would do a search for, because there were hundreds of pictures that popped up that were all different, and they were all Audrey Hepburn with pearls. They were kind of her signature. She wore them all the time. All the time. It was her staple. So yeah, we just want this to be a community, and we wanted to help you guys. I hope you're enjoying what we're bringing forward to you guys today. We're a little like we think it's a great concept, but we weren't sure how it would be received. So any feedback after we are done with the presentation would be greatly appreciated. So Beth, I'm going to go ahead and put you full screen, sweetie, so you can show your stuff and talk about marketing when it comes to white, the absence of color.
Okay. When was Heather, I think, told us what the color of the year was the other day, or that was when we were doing the companion comparison. I saw the looks of excitement on everyone's face, because when you think of white, you think of non-color, and you think of pearls. So yeah, you do have to figure out how to work it into everything else. So I said, well, I'm going to go and make something. And I had this mother of pearl that I actually got from Heather. Is that good, or should I try to turn it down?
That's good. We can see.
Charlie, get down, sweetheart. My grand dog. So anyway, I used that just to make just a classic little, that's glass pearls from the bargain bead box,
They're
with just some
beautiful.
simple spacers in there.
There's a few crystals thrown in to add a little something.
Yep, just a couple in there.
And
Then
so when gold is when they say gold is white or white silver, that is a perfect example of using all of those things together to create a very elegant piece. It's beautiful, Beth.
this is and it's a stretch bracelet. Let's face it, like Rosanna said, easiest to get on and all. So I used another piece of the mother of pearl as my focal on that one. And then, of course, a little pretty on my in there. And then I made the earrings.
Can I interject something, Beth?
Sure.
That pretty is on a bail, and that bail is probably where you hid your knot, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So that's something to think about when you're doing stretch bracelet. Is you want either a large hole bead or a bail, because bails are perfect for hiding knots.
Yep, you always put your knot next to the largest hole bead.
Yeah.
Yes. And you're right. And I have seen, how many times have you gone out and seen bracelets at like a flea market or craft fair where they're selling them for $5, but the first thing you see is that knot glaring at you?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then I just made earrings. I tried to make them, I did put the little rhinestone spacer in there to give it a little bit of something, but wanted to make it so that you could wear it with a bunch of other things too. And I'll tell you why, because as she said, we not only want to educate you, we want to educate ourselves. What I'd like to do is I purposely made this one a little bit shorter and put an extender on it. Perfect for Sunday church.
Do you see Donna's comment?
Pardon me?
Can you see Donna's comment?
Oh, yes. Well, that came from Rosanna. And I'm happy too. Then I'm thinking about what I want to do, ladies, is I want to do something underneath a simple leather or chain.
Ooh, I would go with chain on this one.
So would I. Are you going to add it to this necklace, or are you going to make a separate necklace?
It'll be a stacker. I was thinking about.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Necklace. In this case, I'd use chain because the leather might make it too rustic. It might be too rustic to go with the. Oh, Coriana chain would be pretty.
And if I did that, what I would do is, because on these earrings I had the little coin mother of pearl beads. I would just take hold on. Like on the Coriana chain, I'd have this at the bottom, then coming up, and I'd have one on either side as an accent with just a crystal on either side of that. And I think that would be it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that would be pretty.
That you could wear with jeans. You could wear with this. I also did. Excuse me. I'm sorry. This charm bracelet.
And for those of you who have never made one of those, we also call them cha-chas because they have all kinds of goodies on them. Those are not easy because you have to wrap all of those pieces and then you have to put it on the chain. And
yeah, but this is a piece.
It's very, very pretty, but it takes a lot of time. If you want to make one, don't think you're going to get it made in a few minutes. It's not going to happen.
Well, this one's mine.
Yeah.
But, same thing. You could wear it with jeans. You could wear it, dress it up, dress it down.
Yep.
Then I went with, and I'm going to do some pieces a little more minimalistic. Just for people who don't like, people on computers don't necessarily like this.
Oh yeah, it clinks on things.
Right. And I actually use, we've all seen these before from Bargain Bead
Uh-huh.
Box. I think we all have in every color. And you know what? For the first time ever, Rosanna, I actually used the bracelet bender on it just to bend them just enough.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I had this came from another Bargain Bead Box. And then this, of course, is the coin beads that match the other. But just a very simple, elegant little thing that you could wear every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then with that, I just made a very simple pair of earrings as well.
Some nice chandeliers. Yeah.
Yep, that just matched the other. That I went and pulled out because we were talking about, white and using primary or secondary colors. This was from remember our ice cream box?
Oh, yeah.
This came from, and I think these pearls came in that box too, if I'm not mistaken. But this is that kiwi jasper. I mean, that's very simple, but that's a pretty little necklace.
Yeah.
And same thing, you can wear with anything. So that's just the only white pieces I made this week. I've been a slacker. I did want to yesterday on Rosanna's show. She was showing the illusion necklace, and she needs to get the other thing. I just wanted to show what it actually looks like when it's on that monofilament like that.
Yeah. You can't see it. The monofilament just sort of takes on whatever tone you got it sitting on. And so all you're seeing is your beads.
Exactly. It looks like they're just floating around your neck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I did want to talk some about marketing, but a couple of other things. I wanted to show you. I got my bargain bead box yesterday. I won't open it because I'm sure some people haven't seen all of it. But based on the spoilers that I had seen earlier when Lauren put them out,
Mm-hmm.
I had, and I'm going to try to do this, ladies. Tell me where I'm at on, maybe my YouTube will.
Okay.
Okay. I actually kind of put together this little companion bundle, just going through looking at the colors that I already had in my stash. And I mean, when you think of Arctic lights and the Ori AB, look at that. So normally a lot of times, the first time I've ever done anything like this, usually I just go through and open up 50 million plastic boxes and stare at stuff. But I just wanted to see if I did a coordinated thing to begin with, if it might help me in designing better this month, or at least planning better. So I just wanted to share that with you. And let's talk a little bit about marketing, because I was saying with Heather and Rosanna, there's a lot of us who want to sell our stuff. None of us are going to get to be millionaires. Well, maybe, but you have to pay the lottery. But we can make some money doing this. You just got to figure out how and who and what you're going to do. Now, we're at the beginning of a year, which is always a great place to start. How many of you, and can't see the comments real good, how many of you actually price out your bargain bead box when you get it?
I do. I write down what every bead, I take what they have as the suggested retail value, and I price out per bead. I do that when I open my box, actually. Do you mind if I show us something real quick, Beth?
No, absolutely. Go ahead. That's why I want to have this discussion.
Okay, so I have found, guys, that these, which you can get one of each size, my sweetie came home with a bag that had 3 of each size in it. So I'll just pull these out. So this one is 99 cents. This one is 99 cents. And this one is $1.49. So for $3.50, you'll have 3 different sizes. And I have found, because I struggle with keeping my mat clean really bad, but if I have everything in stackers, I don't have to pull out triangle bead trays. I don't have to have a gazillion little dishes. They each have their own spot. And then when I'm done, I don't have to worry about taking little dishes and pouring them back into something. All I have to do is stack them back up, close it down for the night, and my mat is now cleaned up. So I just wanted to show this to you guys because this is the second month that I've done it, and it is helping me exponentially. It's great. And like what Beth did, when I see a preview, if I see stuff in my stash, I'll grab it and stick it in one of these just so that I have extra beads to play with. But especially if you do YouTube and you want people to be able to see what beads you're using, like I said, $3.50 for one of each size. And this is more than enough space for any bead box you could get. So it's really been helping me. So I just wanted, I know we all struggle with keeping our mats clean. So that is one way that I have been using the last couple months, and it's just been a great thing to do. So go ahead, Beth. Sorry, I just wanted to share that because it
That's
really
okay.
is helping.
But what I was going to say is, I mean, it's January. If you haven't been costing out your beads on Bargain Bead Box, start there. I mean, we have to start somewhere, and we're going to try to put together a plan where, you know, every week, let's figure out, you got to start with what things cost you. Okay. And this is pretty simple. And I'm not talking retail. I'm talking simply what the items in the Bargain Bead Box this month cost you. And this is going to be a real rough estimate. There is 22 items in there. I pay $22.99. I think it may be a couple bucks higher for some. So I'm going to round that to $22,
Beth,
which means roughly.
Beth, those of us that have been grandfathered in are $22.99. Anybody new is $24.99.
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought it was a couple of dollars more. Thank you for clarifying that, Rosanna. But so that means roughly everything in my little box, each little slot costs $1. If I have 20 beads in that, that means each bead costs me 5 cents. Now, I like what Rosanna does. She takes her bag, she takes her plastic bag, she breaks down what the cost is, and then she'll write on the plastic on the outside of the bag, you know, how much it is per bead. Do you do that? You put your labels in the plastic boxes, don't you, Rosanna?
I do, yes.
Okay, so you put the price on there before, so you know.
Yeah.
Just,
And if I get the replacement pieces, so to speak, you know, the box extras, they cost you more than when you get them. So I always put that price in as well.
I
Because
do too. Okay.
because you've got to make up that price once you are finished with the amount that actually came in the box, because it's
Yeah,
going to cost you more.
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
agree. And
as far as
also
findings and-
I was okay, sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. Go ahead.
It just left me. What was I
I
gonna
was going
say?
to say, as far as finding the things go, Rosanna has that down to a fine art too. Now, I've heard a couple of people say that, you know, they did that for a while and it averaged out to be, I think, like $4 worth of findings. So they would add $4 per piece. I'm probably more of that type because I would waste 3 hours in labor time trying to figure it out the other way. So if I could just do it that way, I know I'm covered. I'm going to be high on some and low on others. And then as far as figuring out what to sell it for, and we'll do a formula for you. This is just to try to give y'all an idea of the types of things that we'd like to do. But what we really need is for you to give us feedback and let us know what you want to do. Now, I will say that on Rosanna and Heather's Facebook groups tomorrow, I'm making up a trivia thing for next week. And all you have to do is answer the trivia questions and just email it back to one of them or text or something. And I'm going to do a $50 bead giveaway from a random drawing for everybody who does it. So that's where you go, woohoo, yay. Thank you. Yeah, well, and you know what?
We love blessing
I'll
them.
give you an example because I want this to be educational type thing too. But we want to do some fun games too.
Right. I
Like
remember what I was gonna say.
how many inches is a meter?
39 inches.
Correct. But there's a lot of people who don't necessarily know that. But we, or you're always getting a meter of change. So just sometimes something that you may have to look up only if it's something that'd be beneficial to you. Like what size crimp tubes do you use with the magic crimper?
Size 2.
Exactly. So just that kind of thing. And then who's your favorite?
And remember, it has to be a crimp tube. Beads
Correct.
don't work with the magical crimper.
Correct.
And there are some comments. People are saying they use the price that is on the tag, all of that. What I was going to say earlier was if you order from me, the labels that are on the little baggies can come off very easy and can be put right into the plastic afterwards, because that's just the way that the labels work. So that was all I was going to say. I couldn't figure it out earlier, but yeah. And like Rosanna said, once they put up the box extras, I go over to the site and I go through the price they put up. Then I then adjust the price in my box. So I keep them in the stack and then I wait for that. And that's the price that I use going forward. Not the suggested retail price anymore, not a breakdown of the $22.99 or whatever it is that you pay. I make it based on the per bead price when they put up box extras. If they don't have box extras of something, then oh my gosh, then I just try to guess what I think they'd price it at, because they have such reasonable prices. And obviously, A, we want to have a higher profit margin, but B, we want to pass along the savings to our customers too, so they'll come back again. Look at the puppy dog. Joey.
This is the real designer in the family.
That's Joey.
Yeah, he's my baby. He's trying to tell me I haven't given him enough attention today. Sorry about your
Dorothy says that she has sat and counted each bead. Dorothy,
Yeah,
I'll tell you the quickest
I
way
do
to
too.
do it. I do it by 5s. Like I go 5, 10, 15. I don't do each individual bead like that because I would have to keep them in piles of 10 or something. But
Yeah.
if I go 5, it's much faster and it's easy. And so it's just that. Or Kimberly said, Dorothy, count an inch of beads and multiply that by the length of the strand. It will save you time, which is a good one. Does Beth have a YouTube channel? No, not as of now, but she is going to be providing backup when we need it, either on my channel, Santa's channel, possibly if Randy's going to be out, something like that. Beth is going to pop in and try to give us that extra support, which I greatly appreciate. And I know it's not, this show isn't like about me, but just so you know, I am cutting back the days that I'm going to be going live. So I'm going to do Mondays and Wednesdays, and then the show with Beth and Rosanna on Friday. And Dominique from Dominique Rochelle Jewelry is going to be taking the time slot on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That way, because I never got to do videos because I was spending all my time on lives and then the sale and shipping and everything else. So this last surgery, it didn't bounce back quite as fast, and I knew that I needed to make a change. And she did, she said that she was willing to do it. You guys saw her this week in the time slot on Tuesday and Wednesday. Renee from Blessed and Beautiful took my slot yesterday, and I greatly appreciate all of you ladies and the support and everything that you do. Okay, it looks like somebody said good idea, Cynthia. So now I need to find what Cynthia's good idea was. Unless I don't know somebody's name. I don't know. And if you didn't see in the comments, I get these from Hobby Lobby, but you can also find them on Amazon. It's if you buy a large quantity of them, they're cheaper on Amazon. Otherwise, they're cheaper at Hobby Lobby. Like I said, my husband bought me 3 of each of them, less than $15. So works
What
out
other
great.
thing? Can I interrupt? I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
As we get older, we have to say something when it's on our brain, or we'll forget it. The other thing I would say, start cost your bargain bead box this month, even if you're not sure if you want to do a business or something, but get an idea of what it is. The other thing is Heather's been talking about doing a beading journal. We know that Randy does one. I did sit down. I got one of those little cameras, the one Randy has.
Yep.
And I took pictures of the stuff, taking pictures of the stuff I made this week. And I'm going to make sure I put it in there, exactly what the stones were, what I made it for, what the cost was. And same thing, it's a pain in the butt to do that. But if you don't start doing it now, it'll get away from you. Then all of a sudden you're looking at 50 pieces going, I can't do that.
And also, you guys, they're getting one for me for Christmas. That's the one that Rosanna had. She hasn't gotten hers for me yet. But another thing, you guys, it is a physical proof of the growth that you've had. You can go back and see, like, maybe you started wire wrapping this year and you get to December, go back and see where you were in January. Yeah, that's beautiful.
This is another one of those pearl necklaces, but this is in my Renaissance craft fair stuff. And that's another thing that I was going to mention. Anybody who does Renaissance fairs or goes to Renaissance fairs, pearls are an extremely popular bead.
Yeah.
Because they were in jewelry from way back when.
So, also the good thing about the journals is if you ever get in a design slump or you don't know what to do and you need some ideas, go back and look at past designs and maybe use the same pattern but use different beads and you'll get a whole new look. Also, Beth mentioned age. I have Durkheim's, which messes with my memory. So if I'm doing wire wrapping and I start with a piece of wire that's 6 inches, and that's what I need for the herringbone or whatever, I write those little notes down so I don't have to try to figure it out again and waste supplies. But it's physical proof of your growth. And that's the biggest. Dorothy, my beaded bliss is
Kimberly. Kimberly Hayes.
Yeah, that's not Cynthia, that's Kimberly. That's why I was confused. Anyways, but I just think that it's important because I hear it from Beth when she says, "Oh, I'm not as good as you two. I'm new." And then she puts out these beautiful designs, and I just want to smack her and tell her, "You're just as good of a designer as us. You need to stop." She's like, she keeps using words like beginner or whatever. And we're like, "Nope, you need to quit with that. Your stuff is beautiful, and you don't always have to put everything out." The printer she got from Amazon, we will go and put that up. So, oh, the name of our show, On the Wire, Off the Hook. Beth, want to talk about how you came up with that? It was
Sure.
your creation.
Yeah, the original the thought behind it is just like I said, we're trying to build a community and watching the inclusiveness of Randy and Rosanna and Heather this year just like made me think it would be nice because we're all, did you see so and so or do you see so and so? It'd be nice to have kind of a cohesive thing where you had creators saying, hey, you know, Sarah Lovecraft did this beautiful bracelet this week on Tuesday, and if you haven't seen it, here's the link. Go see the video. We want to raise other people up. And so, and we want to teach techniques too. So we're going to be putting things on the wire, and all the things we're going to look for are going to be off the hook.
Yep. So, but yeah, I love the name because it is. You put it on the beading wire, and man, that is off the hook. Beautiful. That's where it came from. As soon as she told Rosanna and I the suggestion, she immediately was like, "But if you don't like it, we don't have to." And we were both, "We love it. Perfect. Thank you." So, and
So we really do
that
want you
sold
to send us.
cars for years. That sold cars for years. She was the number one salesperson in her region, and she is great at marketing. If you're trying to come up with a catchy name or you need some marketing advice, reach out to Beth, you guys. She has years and years and years of knowledge, hands-on things, and so it's great. It's great. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, and I'm going to have, I hope to have a PDF, a marketing PDF every week to go in our description that people can print out too.
Yeah, they need you to share the link for that printer, sweetie.
Oh, all right, I'll have to go
Not
find.
here. You can do it on Beading Besties.
No, I know. I'm thinking aloud. I have to go
Oh.
find it again. That's fine.
It's another thing we do when we get older. Think aloud.
You can also find them on Temu. They're about the same thing. So yeah, it'll be good. Yeah, the Pantone Color is white. I don't know what what is white collaboration? I have no idea. I don't know why that says that anywhere.
I put it in because I was talking about how we were collaborating on our white pieces.
Gotcha. Okay, got it. I was like, where is that? But yes. Dawn would love a lot of help. She said she would greatly appreciate any help that you'd be willing to give her, Beth. I had no idea it was white for 2026. I'm behind. Thank you. And they're like, you're welcome. It is a shade of white, correct. I can go back and I'll put it up again real quick. And it's not just, well, let me take that comment off so you can see. Sorry. It's not just the itty bitty swatch in the center. The walls are also the color, as well as the clouds are the color. So this is the color of the year. What number is it? It's itty bitty.
It is Pantone 11-4201.
Okay, that's what I thought, but so we have, that is the Pantone color of the year. We're just trying to show you ways that you can use it in your jewelry. A lot of people weren't very keen on the color, didn't know why they're using a non-color color for the color of the year. And so we were just trying to touch on that. Next week, ladies, we are going to focus on elevated team bracelets, meaning your favorite sports teams. We have the Olympics coming up, things of that nature. And the reason that we want to focus on this, and I'll go into this in more detail next week, but most people can't sell team jewelry because here's the thing. The person who gets the charms has to have a licensing agreement with the NFL. If you buy them from that person, that doesn't carry over. So then you have
No.
to go to the NFL and get licensing information to be able to use them in jewelry. So we are going to show different ways. Where's my jewelry?
The same is true of any big company. Disney will nail you fast if you use a Disney thing without a marketing agreement.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to put these down on the mat because it's easier to show them
Well,
that
you know,
way.
they're a struggling business. Every penny counts.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, and I'm
so like these would
now
be good. You can use USA charms. You cannot use Olympic charms. Unless that's changed since the last Olympics, you can look it up. But this is the way to do it. I just used howlite, lapis, and carnelian. Here, these were little crystals that came together. These are glass pearls. So this is it. If you've got a favorite sports team, you guys know I love the Broncos. I'm kind of peeved that I don't see my jewelry here. But I'll have it. Here's one that I made just recently during a video. This is just a way to show off which team you go for. If you go out to a sports bar to watch a game, I'm telling you from experience that they're going to ask, where did you get that bracelet? Love that. Because it is an elevated one. You can go and buy some some inexpensive made in China products. Yeah, exactly. Made in China items, and they'll fall apart or tarnish before the next season comes back. So, this is just another way. We're going to go over all of that in detail. We're going to show a couple of different team things. Rosanna's going to make a pair of earrings. I'm going to make something. Beth's going to make something. It's going to be a lot of fun. You knew that about Disney, didn't? Oh yeah, the NFL is just as stuff. So, that's okay, Dorothy. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff we want to educate you on because they literally have employees whose job is to scroll Etsy, is to scroll Facebook, to go see if people are selling things without a licensing agreement. That's their job.
and they have an algorithm that will actually just roll through everything and nail anything that comes close to their titles. And then the person checks them out and sees if that's really what it is. So,
Dorothy's excited.
And by the way, it's not just the NFL that does it. The NHL, the NBA, they're all that way.
MLB, yeah, the Major League, yes, MLB, I guess, yes. It's like that with everything, and we just want to protect you guys. That's all it is. We want to make sure that everybody knows the rules about this kind of thing because we don't want any of you to get in trouble and I'm not using this word derogatory. It's literally the definition is you don't know. We don't want you to make an error in ignorance because you're not sure or you're not aware of the rules of how these things go. You can go on Amazon. You will not find team charms. I have searched it with every word I can find possible. The only thing that pops up is cheap jewelry that somebody bought 1,000 from China and brought it over, but they're not marketing it to be used because I've taken them apart and just to get the charms. But yeah, go ahead, Rosanna.
The thing you can find, though, and can use are state charms.
You can indeed. So that's an ever. So if you're a Denver Broncos fan like me, you can wear a Colorado.
Colorados.
Yep, you can put that on it, and then the white, the blue, and the orange, and go from there. You can You can also get football charms and
Mm-hmm.
cheerleading charms and whatever else. And the last 2 years in a row, I have helped in a sponsorship of like little kid teams here. And what I do is I make a lot of very simple stretch bracelets with their team colors, and then like if it's a volleyball team, a little volleyball charm on it, and I sell it to them at just above my cost. But then they can turn around and if it's I sell it to them for $3, they can turn around and sell it for 10, 15, whatever it is they want to do. And so that's a good way to support the youth in your community if you want to
And
offer
another
it.
thing, it's funny because I was just thinking it along the same lines. I had said something to Kimberly Hayes about she worked the concession stand so much she needed to do jewelry. But you could also, as far as marketing, do simple stretch bracelets. You don't
Mhm.
even have to sell them. You can give them to the parents of the kids, or
Yes.
give one to the kids, something like that. With just your card, great marketing tool, especially if you're seeing these people go into games and things like that. Everybody wants to buy from somebody they feel comfortable with and like. So, you know, walk in next time you go in the nail salon, take a pair of earrings and give it to your nail technician. I've done it in the grocery store before. So
Uh,
just,
she made a she made a good point. She buys embroidery designs, and she would have to do that to sell them. I will tell you this, and this is me and me alone, not making this statement for anybody else. If you see a video, a picture, a whatever of something that I've put out, you can use it. You can use it exactly the way I designed it. You can use it in a different way. You don't need to give me credit for the design. In my eyes, and the second I put it out on YouTube, it's no longer just a my design. If you wanted to, that would be absolutely lovely, and very much appreciated. But I don't ask you guys to do that. But again, it's just me. That's just me. And again, in Beading Besties, you can post your Facebook group, you can post your Etsy shop, you can post your Instagram, you can post your jewelry for sale, you can post any of that stuff. Where we draw the line for Beading Besties is the second somebody says, how much is this? I'd like to buy it. Then it needs to go off of Beading Besties, and you guys can communicate about money using Messenger, text message, whatever else. But beyond that, there are not restrictions in the Beading Besties group. We set it up that way on purpose. We are a community. We want to lift it all up. And there was no way I was putting a post approval on because we are all grown ass women. If we've had zero problems in Beading Besties, we have had the group for over 6 months. Rosanna is one of the administrators of the group. So is Beth. So am I. Becky Foster is. I think we added Jenny to it. So it's an admin team. We outside of yes, you can be a member. We don't have to do anything. You
Yeah.
guys are moderating yourself. So I want to say thank you very much to all of the members who are acting responsibly, being kind to each other, not being
You
petty.
do have to answer the 3 questions, or we
Yes.
won't approve you.
And they are type out questions, not multiple choice, because we looked up and that was the best way to avoid scammers and bots and whatever else. If you have to actually type out an answer, it's not their first language. It's it's very clear when they answer the question. Or they'll say, like, we know when it's funny, oh, I just watched one of Rosanna's videos and she mentioned Beading Besties. Like, because we asked, how did you hear about us? So you have to type out an answer to that. But yeah, that's all. It's a great group. We love You guys are so great. And we are going to do more engagement posts this next year. Like last year when I was in my other group, I posted, if you're not ready to show a new picture of you, put one in the comments so we can put a face to the name. And that took off like crazy. And then all these people, you're so beautiful. That's a great picture. Put it up, put it up. It was amazing. Then we did another one where I said, if you're not ready to have a post like that is just on your jewelry, post a picture of the jewelry as a reply to this comment. And there have been probably 6 or 7 channels started from that post. I've gotten phone calls at 9 o'clock at night. Heather, I just got my first custom order. Can you believe it? They want a necklace and asked if I could make bracelets and earrings to go with it. Oh my gosh, blah, blah. I love it. It makes me like nothing makes any of us happier than hearing that. We love to cheer you on. I promise if you post a picture and still don't think you're talented afterwards, once this group is done loving you up, I don't know what to do. Because it is. And we are mighty prayer warriors as well. You need something, you have something going on, put up a post. We will pray for you. We do not have, and if you're not religious, we will send you happy vibes and whatever it is you need. We will do that. And yeah, I'm glad. I gave a ring out just the other day to a gal and made her. Exactly, Dominique. I love the best thing after getting new beads is watching somebody's face light up and putting it on. And then the next time you run across them and they're like, look, I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. And there are a lot of people, if you have a channel and you've got tons of jewelry you don't know what to do with and you're not sure you want to sell, donate them to domestic violence shelters. Donate them to the Goodwill Work Center to help them have nice jewelry to wear when they go for a
But
job interview.
the domestic violence place for women's shelters are an excellent place because those ladies, a lot of them have lost a lot of their self-esteem and they have to find jobs because most of them have relied on their husbands because that's the way
Control
they're
them.
the control of those men that are violent like that are. And so they need something to make them feel like they're worth something. So that is an excellent place to donate to.
I've also done it for there's charities that help girls in high school have
Mhm.
gowns to wear to
Right,
their
when
school
they don't have the
dances.
money to purchase stuff, and so yeah, we have one of those around here that
But
will
they have to give, yeah, but they have to give the dress back.
they
I
have to
donate.
give the dress back. Yes, that
Yes,
it's to help people, the
Yes,
high school girls with prom dresses.
I
Yeah,
give them, I give jewelry, and then that's theirs. They get to pick it. They get to keep it. It doesn't go on to the next one. I just keep donating. So I just keep them replenished so that those girls are able to keep that and have that thing from their school dance instead of maybe just a quick photo and then the dress goes away or whatever else. So there's a lot of good ways. If you guys ever want to ask, go ahead and do so. Dominique, or sorry, not Dominique, although I love you, lady. Renee from Blessed and Beautiful has a prayer corner every Thursday night. It is live, 9 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. You can just go in and type in your name. You can type on what you need a prayer for. You can ask who needs a prayer for what. It's a great little thing. It lasts between 15 to 30 minutes. And it is a great resource as well. So, yes. Which group did you try to join, Dawn? Aw, she makes Blossom makes her pastor's wife earrings, and when she sees them and wears them to church, it makes her feel great. Yes, exactly.
I I donated to my physical therapist. They're ladies. I have 2 of them, so I gave them each a pair of earrings and a pearl Coriana chain, and one of those ladies wore her set because it was blue to her wedding.
Oh, well, I do that for the nurses when Brock is in the hospital.
That is so cool.
I gave every one of the nurses our favorite one that was his nurse for 3 days and then had her 2 days off and then came back. She got a really nice one in a wooden box, but it happened to be I brought in the jewelry to hand out. Lo and behold, it was National Nurses Day when I did it. So I just walked around until everything I had was gone. Okay, did you see that, John? She's gonna fix that for next week. All right, guys, we need topics too. If there's stuff you want to see, techniques you want to delve into, if there's a specific, like if you want to learn about Renaissance jewelry, you want to learn about jewelry through the ages, cinema, if you want, whatever it is, let us know because we will have so much fun researching and finding this information from you guys. We are all like info junkies. We love to like look things up. So give us some good ones so we can learn too. And I will be talking about thumbnails, just not on today's show.
Hey, ladies, I love y'all, but I feel like I'm gonna like
okay
over. All right.
Yep.
I love you. Thank you.
We'll see you later, Beth.
This was fun. You know what? I think this is gonna be really cool. I think we're gonna have a good time this year.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have fun next week with our sports jewelry. I have a few ideas that are actually going to be for Heather, right? Because they're going to be Broncos stuff. I'm going to do earrings, but I'm also this week, before we get to that point, I am going to make some hair clips for Heather with the Broncos on.
I
may make a hand bracelet.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You can go lay down, Beth. You're all right.
Love you. Bye, ladies. Thank you for joining us.
Bye, honey.
All right. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas, there's any topics, anything like that, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun. It was fun to do the research for today. So like I said, I'm gonna create some PDFs of the information that we talked about, the stuff that Rosanna shared, the season stuff that I shared today. Beth, I think, is going to put together something for marketing. I know this isn't the typical show or typical thing that you guys log in to see, but I hope that you like the concept of the show, share with other people of Beading Minds, and it doesn't even have to be jewelry. There's information that's good for all. So,
and we will be making things next week.
Yes.
Even though we didn't this week, we will be making things next week.
Yes, and that will happen. Or if we'll announce the topic. Oh, that's what you need to do also. Okay, if you've got a team that you're like, that's your team, ride or die, make something so that we can and post them in Beading Besties.
And we'll show them.
Post them with the hashtag on the wire off the hook, and we will show them next week during the show. We can show off the designers within our group. It's going to be a ton of fun. Renee made me some beautiful team pens, Broncos pens. Mine and my daughters are sparkly. My husband and my youngest are more masculine. So she made those for us, which was fun. So it doesn't have to be jewelry. It can be whatever you're looking for. You think that you want to support and sell. So yes, it is once a week on Fridays, Dorothy. So love you all. Oh, good, Dot. Thank you. She was beading and listening at the same time. There you go. That's what you can do. So, all right, ladies, I think we're going to hop off. Do you have anything else you wanted to say, Rosanna? Are you good?
I think I'm good, hun.
All righty. We're very excited, you guys, and we'll see you next week. And as always, happy beading.
Bye.